Well, hello everyone. How you all doing? Welcome to Redneck Ways. It's Wednesday, I do believe, here in Kentucky. It's a little chilly. It's probably down about 59, 60 degrees. Maybe a little chillier than that. It's about 7:30 in the evening. And this is it's either 5 or 6 on this old RCA. Well, last couple of days, guys, I kind of went ahead and I got things sanded down, and I got things stained. I was going to do a dark on the sides and stuff, but right in the middle of it all, I changed my mind and just made it dark in the middle, walnut in the middle, and then white oak for the top and the sides. Now, this is an old 1932 radio, and she's not going to be perfect. When I got sanding, I mean, this stuff is as smooth as a baby's bottom, but it's on the veneering, it does have a little wear, which to me I like it. It just shows its age, you know what I mean? But there was no way for me to even try to put some kind of feel on that. But I mean, it's odd because it's smooth. There's nothing jagged or nothing. It's just real smooth. It's just like somebody just rubbed this thing for about 70 years. Just did that. It's weird how it wore. Because usually veneering, when it starts coming off, just big pieces will come off. But this is just kind of wore. Kind of like this. This probably was broke off at one time. Little piece like this, but the way this wear is, it's just very odd how it's wore like that. But it's going to be there for the rest of its life. There was really no way for me fixing that unless I pop this whole piece of veneering off and try to put a new piece on. And I like it the way it is. I mean, if when I'm dead and gone, radio's still around, somebody else gets it, they can fix that if they want. But overall, I think she's coming along pretty good. I've got to get ready to, I'm going to take some real fine sandpaper. I don't know if it says on the back of the grit or not. 600 grit. I think it's 600 grit. 321U 600. But it's real fine. It's super fine. So I'm going to take this over all the radio, all the cabinet, and then wipe it off with mineral oil and get ready to put a clear coat on it, guys. So, and I've already got a grill cloth. I went and got that today, but we're going to have to get the iron out and iron it because the piece I bought was a little wrinkled, so we got to take care of that too. That was the only piece that's wrinkled, was the piece I was buying. And I only bought a foot, and I was wanting to tell them, can I just get another foot off of it, and they keep that, but I didn't. Anyway, I don't think they would let me. So let me get you guys set up here, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Like I said, we're just going to take this, and we're going to go over it with this real fine sandpaper. I wish the lighting was better here. Let me see if I can turn it on. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I want to try the sides first, make sure it's not going to... Just want to get all that, anything that came up, just with real light sandpaper. Just want to go over it. Knock off anything that shouldn't be there. I'm in the camera. Yeah, I'm in the camera. Now, which I think I made a video on it. If not, I'll tell you. I took black paint, acrylic, and I went in all the cracks. So all those were painted black. So that should look pretty good when we get the clear coat on. And this time, I'm not going to spray it on. I'm going to brush it on with this right here. It's a clear coat. Where's the camera? So we're going to try this out this time. Since I'm doing so many of these radio stuff, I'm going to have to, I'm thinking about ordering some polyurethane or lacquer that I can just mix and put and spray it on with, get me a good sprayer. And, cause I use a lot of that. And that stuff is not cheap. I don't know if it costs more to make or something. I don't know, but it's not cheap stuff. I'm gonna do the same thing here, guys. Get some of that, anything rough off of it. It's already pretty smooth. It's kind of right here. I'm not trying to take any of the varnish off. Just trying to get anything that's not supposed to be there off. Take some off the top here. Lightly go over it. Now we gotta do the front. Kind of lightly. These right, it's so hard to sand over this. It tears your sandpaper for one. I did have a problem when I first. I didn't even fill these in, guys. Like I said, I'm just letting it show its age. I really am. Just give it a nice light sanding. Kind of like that. Alrighty, there's that. Alright, I'm going to use this odorless mineral spirits. This stuff has went way up now too. It's almost 12 bucks. So the last one I used wasted it a lot of, so I'm not wasting a lot of this. But I'm going to wipe everything down with this. Now this says it's odorless. That's kind of a fib. Just going to get my rag good and damp with it. And we're just going to wipe everything off real good. Got it over my hands. Yeah, it says odorless, but I think it smells like a little bit like kerosene. We're just going to clean everything, wipe it all off with mineral spirits. I'm glad I got mineral spirits this time. Last time I made a mistake on that field cover we was working on. I used rubbing alcohol to clean it, and it turned it white. It turned all my stain white. So that was a big mistake I made. Everything down real good. Get all of my oils off my hand, everything that I got on it. Any excess sawdust or salt, you know what I mean, little fibers of sawdust, get it, if it's on here, get it off. Alright, got it all wiped down. Now we'll take a clean cloth, which is an old t-shirt of mine. We'll take that and just dry it off real good. Make sure all the little fuzzies are off. That's what's bad about those one rags I'm using. Yeah, if you don't pay attention, you'll get a lot of little fuzz balls off of them. So I don't really like them because of that, but as long as you get all the fuzzies off, they're pretty nice. Because you just throw them away when you're done. Alright, we've got that all cleaned off, guys. It's all cleaned off with mineral spirits, so there shouldn't be no oils from my hands or anything on it. It should be pretty much ready to put the clear coat on it. So we'll let this dry. And here, right there's one of them little fuzzies I was talking about. I'll have to go and look over it, make sure all of it's gone. Make sure there's no fuzzies. There's one. I always have to go over it real good and make sure I'm not missing any. And like I said, guys, she's got her little blemishes. Here's one. And it's missing a little bit of this veneering here. And then you got your top here. But it's a 1932 radio. And she's old. But anything I do to it from here on out, it's going to be a plus to what it did look like. So, alrighty, guys, I'm going to let this sit here and dry. And then I'll be right back. And I've got to go out in and grab the grill cloth, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Alrighty, guys, I am back. This is the grill cloth I picked out. I love the textures. But on the row, this is at the very end, of course, and it was wrinkled. Wrinkled pretty bad, so we gotta get that out of there. So, that's what we're getting ready to do. Alright. Got a bunch of little strings hanging too. I'll put them scissors somewhere. There they are. Hope these are sharp enough. Oh, come on. They need sharpening. Alright. Oh, Lord. Maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. Maybe you can't iron this crap. Turn her down. That's why I always buy extra. Let's see. Rayon. Let's go silk. My Lord. Well, silk. Now that should be. Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't have just. I'm glad. I am so glad I didn't run that. All of it. Hey. There's always something in it, guys. that big old place I put in. Always check your settings. And I think that's got it all out. Alright. We got all the wrinkles out. Look at that big old place I burn in it. Always make sure you buy extra, guys. But that'll work. We can work with that. Still looks like a little wrinkle in it though. Alright. Turn her off. Off. Alright, let that cool off. So, there we go, guys. We got that taken care of. It's got still a little wrinkle in it, but I think that'll fall out once we get it mounted on the board. So we'll hang that up somewhere where it don't get wrinkled again, and we'll start put some polyurethane, guys, on the cabinet. Alright, guys, got the polyurethane shook up. Now make sure when you put your polyurethane on, if you're using a used brush, make sure it's good and clean. I cleaned this one with paint thinner, and then I made sure all the paint thinner was off of it, and took it to an old towel and just dried it like that. She's good and clean. So now we'll open up our paint thinner. I'm going to start with this side here. I'm not going to start on the front. That way, if I have a mistake, it's not going to be on the front. I'm going to start down here low. Alright guys, my shop teacher showed me this little trick. Anytime we open new can of stain or anything, paint or anything, she had us to take like a nail or something and go around and put your forward hose in it. Just be careful, don't spill your paint. And that way, when you dip it down, you bring your brush and you do that, and it gets down in that, it'll drain back in the can. And that way, when you put the lid back on, it ain't gonna squirt everywhere. This brush may be too big. I may have to get a smaller brush. Let me see. I think I can get it all in there. So we'll start here on the bottom. Now I probably will need, I think I'm going to use a smaller brush. If I can find one, that's the trick. That's the whole trick. I may have to use, yeah, I'm going to have to use this one. I cleaned it real good. I'm still seeing a little brown in my clear coat. Just hopefully it'll be all right. It's hard to get anything perfect, I swear. If you're going to try to get something perfect, I wish you good luck. There's always going to be something happening. Make sure you go with the grain of the wood. When you get in your cracks, when you go over, make sure you brush your marks out. Now this stuff, it looks a little milky coming drying, but once it dries clear. Let's turn it over to the other side. I think I'd rather brush this on. I've sprayed a bunch with polyurethane, and it does pretty good, but it's messy. And the last couple times, it's left a real rough coat. I had to go back with a very thin piece of sandpaper and sand it and smooth it out. So, I think I like to brush it on better. We'll see how this turns out. I'm sure it's going to take more than one coat to give me that shine I want. Plus, when you spray it on, you get runs, which you can control that, but it seems like you can control it just a little bit better. All right, let's do the top. I'll probably put 3 or 4 coats on the top to protect it, because it don't matter how much you stress on trying to keep people from setting things on top of things, it's going to happen. Going to happen. Alright, let's do the front of it. Getting in these little tight cracks is a pain. That's when spray helps, when you have to get in cracks. Make sure to go in the back here in a second and get my runs, catch my runs in the back. Now, what we'll have to do off camera is just baby step this. Make sure I get all these runs off of it. Which is going to be fun. So, we will let that dry overnight. We'll let all this dry overnight. And in the morning tomorrow, we'll come back and we'll see if it needs another coat. And if so, we'll put another coat on it. And then, in the next video, we'll get the grill cloth measured and on. And then we'll start back to our assembly, guys. And this one will be finished. So, I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope everybody's well. I'll see you guys next time, right here on Redneck Ways. Bye, guys. Alright, guys. And there they are finished. I had to go through them. I was wondering what in the world was wrong with them. And it was the bulbs were blue. A new pack of LEDs. I don't know. But they're working. So, alright, guys. Until next time, I'll see you again on Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.